many things. And I just labeled it basically doubling your average order, because if you implement even one concept that he's going to teach you, you'll be doubling your average order. Why not work hard and smart, right? People talk about working smarter as opposed to harder. Why not work hard and then double your results? The same amount of phone calls, the same amount of effort, but if you increase your average order, you're double your results. So Vern, thank you so much for your leadership. And Vern, being over $1 million himself, will be schooling us on how to double your average order. So take it away, Vern.
Awesome. Can you make me a host if I am not already?
I sure can.
So while we're getting that set up, I really want all of you to just put yourself in a place of just presence and state. I understand that just sitting at home, looking at a laptop, it can be very easy to just let these talks kind of just go in one ear and out the other. But I just want you to understand that these messages that all of us are giving to you are accumulation of all of our years of experience, okay? So for example, like everything that I'm about to teach you is built up of 10 years of experience. And literally, I just added it up, $40,000 of my money invested in coaching over the last 5 or so years of coaching from the best of the best people, okay? So a lot of things that you're gonna literally hear me say are a lot of what the top people are doing across the company. So you might consider getting into like peak state right now, like mental peak state, taking a lot of notes. And you might also consider putting time in your calendar, like literally tomorrow or tonight, for at least an hour or two, to go back over these notes that you're going to make over the next couple of hours, so you know the 1 to 3 things that you're going to implement. Okay, so the first thing I just kind of came up with random tips for first. So one thing that I would do to organize your business is I would recommend making a Google Calendar. Okay, and here's why. So here's why I love to use Google Calendar, and I know Jason does, and a lot of us managers do, okay? So you can literally put your whole entire life on Google Calendar, okay? But what's awesome is when you make an appointment, you can put in all information, but then you can add their email in right here. So they're going to get a Google Calendar invite, and then look, you can make a Zoom meeting right from here. So when they have their Google Calendar invite, right, all they have to do is just go to their Google Calendar invite at the time of your appointment, just click the link, and then boom, they're set to go. Okay. So if you want more help with that, your manager can definitely help you. But I love Google Calendar, so I just wanted to share that. The other thing is I would recommend creating a spreadsheet for your customers. So one of the things that we're going to talk about today is creating a wish list, okay? So this is something that CSPs like myself do when we have like different sales that we do over the years. So you can see how like I have their name, their phone number, the data reached out, how I contacted them, and some notes like they want service, they're interested in a pizza cutter, a homemaker, or a galley, and then I'm tracking. Like the goal is to get a green or a red for every single one, okay? So, I can track like who bought, who said no, and these two just weren't at that time. But the reason why you want to make this is sort of for your notes, you can put their wish list in the notes section. So just imagine over a winter break, when some of you will be pushing for like our region trip, you can call these same customers and say, hey, how's your Cutco doing? Do you need me to send in the Band-Aids? Awesome. Hey, remember when I told you that I would call you the next time I have like your wish list on special? Well, I'm in a big push, so we have some specials going on, and I know that you had your gardening tools on there, or you had 4 other table knives on there. I want to tell you the deal that I have, right? Or imagine, next summer when you talk to your same customers and they're like, hey, we're starting off with these 5 pieces, but you know that they eventually wanted the homemaker or the Siggy or the ultimate. You have that all documented right here. So I would recommend doing that and setting that up right away as well. You're basically starting a database for all of your clients, okay? So that's the first thing. All right. So let's dive in here. So the first part of your average order here, of raising your average order. Kind of made this here. Raising your average order. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is closing on bigger sets and the options close, okay? So the very first thing that you want to do, for those of you that have, and I'm going to be like posting a lot of things in like the chat and whatnot, like videos that you can copy and paste. So if you haven't already, make sure that you relook at Luke Maseko's video that Jason posted and continue to implement that for names and uses. I don't know if that's going to actually post a link. No, it's not. All right, so I'll post a link in there. All right, so you want to continue doing that for the names and uses, okay? So just give me a second here so I can post this in here. So all of you can copy and paste this and just save it for later. All right. So closing on bigger sets. Let me get my notes up. So in the manual, I'm kind of going back and forth here. That's okay. So in the manual, when you get to page 6, right after it says, you know, it's important to have the right tool for the right situation, all that good stuff. So right here, okay, you're not going to say we have 2 larger set options for customers who love to cook called the ultimate signature, but I'm going to start with the basic, our most popular, blah, blah, blah. Reason why I don't say that is because you're basically telling them that the only people that buy an ultimate and signature are people who love to cook, and that's not true. Now you say that when you're newer, right? Because we want you to master like 10 pieces before you like try to master 30,000, right? But once you get to like $10, $15, $20,000, you get more comfortable and fluent with your manual, you can start doing some of these other things. So the one thing that I'll say is if you're you know, still working on just your regular demo and you know it's almost intimidating to even think about closing on the bigger sets, that's totally fine. That's why you have these notes to go back and reference, okay? So right after this part right here, the safety and efficiency, here's what you're going to say. So I'm going to show you our 3 most popular sets, starting with the basic set, which starts with your paring knife, okay? So you're basically replacing this with, I'm going to show you our 3 most popular sets, starting with our basic set, and that starts with your paring knife. So you're going to do all of the names and uses, okay? And then after the table knife, so after the table knife here, you can go just straight to here, and then you can say, awesome. So the next set is called the signature or the family set. Now, both of these next 2 sets have all of the basic pieces we just went over. So in addition to that, here's what comes in the family set. And then what you're going to do, let me put this in the chat. You're going to show them this video. First, I'm going to put it in the chat, and then I'm going to pull it up. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this video or not, but this is pretty awesome. All right. So this is showing our customer requested pieces. So Mrs. Jones, it starts with your cheese knife. In addition to cutting cheese, it's great for tomatoes, potatoes, smaller onions, basically anything that's like sticky, starchy, damp, moist, or wet. And then this is our hearty slicer, Mrs. Jones. Like, do you guys like the barbecue? Yeah, this is literally like the barbecue champion knife. So like your briskets, your tri-tips, your flank steaks, summer sausage, sweet potatoes, like partially frozen foods. This knife is a beast. And like Mr. Jones, you're going to love this, okay? And then we have like your mini chopper. So like people like the bigger chopping knife in the basic set, but customers just wanted something a little bit smaller. So we made a utility size chef knife. And Mr. Jones, isn't that just a cute knife? Yeah, so it's the same size as your trimmer. It's your utility size chopping. It's great for your smaller everyday jobs. Now this one's really cool. This is actually featured in our complete set. So this is even better for watermelon. So yes, you can use the butcher knife in the basic set to cut watermelon, but just look how easily this knife right here cuts this watermelon. So he's literally just slicing it just like that. It's basically like a straight edge bread knife, Mr. Jones. All right, now watch this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Jones. You know how like you usually have to like adjust your knife to try to get the melon off? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine like how much easier would that be to cut melons like that? To just slice them and fillet with the same exact knife. How cool is that? So it's called the salmon knife, but our customers like to call this the thin slicer, okay? Or the melon fillet knife. Just watch your hands, Mr. Jones, all right? Otherwise your watermelons will look a little extra red, okay? All right, then you got the vegetable cleaver. This is also in the complete set. So do you guys like always, sometimes, or once in a while cut squash? Yeah, and how difficult is it to cut squash? Super hard, right? Look how easily this knife will cut through this spaghetti squash. Watch this. Grab the knife at both corners, put your weight on top. Boom! Look at that, Mrs. Jones. How cool is that? And you can use it for like your bigger vegetables and whatnot as well, okay? And then the other knife that or the other video that you're going to show them, I'm gonna put this in the chat too. I'm just hooking all y'all up, okay? Okay. So then, you know, Mr. Jones, like the other knife that that you can use in the complete set here. So I got my own Cutco playlist here. So this is the boning knife, but I believe the link that I posted is having you start at 206. Okay. So Mr. Jones, like, do you guys ever cut raw meats, like trim the fat off your meat, or you know, cube up your pork, chicken, or steak for like, you know, stir fry, fajitas, and tacos? Yeah, and you know, sometimes it's really tough. So, you know, we came up with this knife because there's not actually a raw meat knife in the basic set. And so customers realized that. They asked Cutco, like, hey, can you come out with a raw meat knife? So we came out with a raw meat knife, okay? So you just show them the video, and then it's going to get to this part here, where you say, so Mr. Jones, what we actually did too is we did a side-by-side test between the trimmer and the boning knife. So you can see the trimmer is cutting through, like it's doing a good job, like it's so Cutco. But look how much faster and easier that boning knife took. That's really like 10 times faster than the trimmer. So that's what happens, Mrs. Jones, when you have all the right tools for all the right jobs, okay? And, you know, that's why, you know, we have our complete set there, okay? So those are like literally like the only pieces that I really show. Let me get back to my notes here. And that's why you want to practice this stuff, right? So awesome. So when you show them those pieces, you're just going to go back to your manual, and I'm also going to have like their slide show up. So they're Cutco.com. And it's good that we're recording this, right? So you can go back and you can watch this, right? And basically treat it like a class, right? So now this is like their site, okay? So after you show them these videos, here's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna show them like, cool, so yeah, like I said, this was the signature set. And then this is the complete set. So you also get a couple other cool freebies, like, you know, you get a bigger paring knife, you get a smaller bread knife, you get this cleaver here for like your frozen foods. You know, and you're obviously probably not going to use this every day, Mr. Jones, but trust me, like when you need it, you're going to be super glad that you have it, right? And I'm sure that you would agree, Mr. Jones, like whenever you have a set of anything, there's always a few pieces that you're not using on the regular, right? Yeah, so that's just like the complete set. But it's typically always a better deal, bigger savings, and better value for getting the complete set, okay? So just so I know, which of these sets will give you the most value in your kitchen over the next 20, 30, 40 years? Would it be the complete set, the family set, or would it be the basic set? All right, so that's a key line right there. So which of these sets will give you the most value in your kitchen over the next 20, 30, 40 years? Right, would it be the complete set? Or you can start at the basic set, right, and say, would it be the basic set, the medium set, or would it be the complete set, Mrs. Jones? Right? And then whatever they pick, that's what you close on. Okay? So if you want to like find out where these prices are on your manual, all you do, you click on page 1 and wait for the price list to load up here. Okay, and then I would download this. So you can put it in a new tab and then just download it. Okay, so you can always save it. You always have it. You can pull it up. All right. So write this down. Okay. So the ultimate set, $27.39 in full, or about $583 for 5 months after tax. Okay. Signature set, $19.95 in full, or about $425 for 5 months, interest rate after tax. Managers, maybe you can put that in the chat for me. So that's literally all I do. Like when no matter if I'm trying to upgrade them to a bigger set or if I'm showing them a bigger set, that's how I present the 3 different sets, okay? So just like that. Over the next 20, 30, 40 years, which set would give you the most value at home? Would it be the basic, the family, or the complete? And boom, that's what you close on, okay? And then, you know, something to also let them know is like, hey, by the way, Mr. Jones, you know those super shears that you saw in the beginning that was like awesome? Those actually come with both sets, right? And the other thing to mention is, hey, and then, you know, when you get one of the 2 bigger sets, you go from just getting 1 cutting board to all 3 sizes of our cutting boards. So now just imagine getting rid of all of your other cutting boards and just having 3 that you can use every day for the rest of your life and replace them whenever you need to for free. Okay. So now we're going to transition into building a big wish list. All right. This is one of my personal favorite parts of the job. Okay. Now, if you are 10K and under, right, you want to do this after they buy like a set of knives, a few pieces, or nothing at all. Okay. If you're like 15, 20K, your wish list can include the set of knives. So when I do the wish list, I actually include like the knives as part of their wish list, okay? But you wanna do this in stages, all right? So if you're 10K and under, just have them commit on knives first because you wanna get comfortable with that and then build a wish list. But if you're over like 15, 20K and you wanna challenge yourself, just add it to their wish list, all right? So let's say after they buy one of their sets, right? Like, awesome, congratulations, right? Welcome to the Cutco family. So at this point, Mrs. Jones, so basically instead of saying, now let's look at some accessories, I say, all right, Mrs. Jones, so something I like to do with all of my customers is make a big Cutco kitchen wish list. And I say it just like that with a big smile, okay? So at this point, Mrs. Jones, what I love to do with all my customers is make a big Cutco kitchen wish list. Okay, and they always laugh. They're like, oh boy, here we go. I'm like, yeah. But it's basically just to get a list of anything and everything you would ever want with Cutco. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get everything today. Like, of course, I'm going to tempt you. Like, of course, I'm going to tempt you with a sharp deal at the end, pun intended, right? But whatever you don't get, I'll just keep on your wish list. Sound good? And like, yep, sounds great. Like, awesome. So then basically all you're going to do, Mr. Jones, like whenever you see something that you want, just write it down. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a list for you as well. Okay. So I'm also going to show you something here too that you can do. So if you guys haven't already, you can use this whiteboard feature. Okay. And then you can literally like create this, you can create this little template over here, right? So Mr. and Mrs. Jones, Cutco, kitchen, wish list, smiley face. Okay? So you can literally like keep track of it. So you can make another one just and make it like just a bigger box, right? So you're going through, let's see, can you? Okay, never mind. All right. So then as you're going through, let's say they wanted, I don't know, cookware. Let's say they wanted 4 other table knives, right? Let's say they wanted a galley set for a future wedding, just like that. And, you know, garden tools and like a peeler. So they can see you also writing down their wish list. So they're like, oh yeah, that's right. We did want that, right? And I'm going to show you how to actually like go through it and present it like real quick. But this is just to show you how you can use this whiteboard feature to like create the wish list in real time. Okay. All right. So what you want to do is you want to basically start like, well, I think here you want to go back up because I think, let's see. I think the pieces converge. Nope. Okay, we're good. Awesome. All right. So when you get to this point, no matter if you already showed them this or not, right? When you just get to like the galley sets and the starter sets, you're just asking them like, hey, do you have any weddings coming up? Do you have a second home or a cabin, right? Do you have an RV, okay? Or like who's someone in your family you'd love to give Cutco to, because we have a family program where you can get them some of these smaller sets as wedding gifts, okay? And you're just going through. And then when you get to like the gadgets, right? You can call it this is our clean out the drawer set. So, when you're on here, you can just, kind of start making a list already when you already show this to them and just say, hey, just so I know, which of these gadgets would you actually use, right? And then you can just keep it on the wish list. So these starter sets become more of like, except for this one, of course, become more like the family program, their RV sets, all that good stuff. And you can just go through and be like, great, well, what do you think your son or daughter would like, okay? And then, hey, Mr. Jones, like, how many extra table knives would you want? How many extra pieces would you want? Okay. And you're just like rapid fire. Like I'm going through this like fast, but you're literally asking like every page, like what would they use this for? Okay. And then just going to the next one. All right. We'll get more table knives, right? So this is the clean out the drawer set, Mr. Jones. All these are completely guaranteed forever. So if you could replace all of your gadgets, which ones would you replace? Awesome. You like the peeler, you like so-and-so, awesome. And you're writing this down too, obviously on the whiteboard. And if you want a separate piece of paper, but you definitely want them to be doing this. And you can tell them like, I'm going to keep a record of your wish list, right? So that when it goes on sale, I'll let you know, right? Which basically means next time you have a push, you're going to call them, okay? All right, Mr. Jones, so in your set, you're getting this cheese knife. We have these other cheese knives. Would you want to add on? Would you want to put on the other ones as on the wish list? No? Cool. Awesome. All right. So now for flatware and cookware, I'm going to give you like a 10-second spiel to use for each of them, okay? And we'll put them in the chat. All right. So, hey, by the way, just so you know with our flatware, this is everyday flatware. It's 1810 stainless steel. It won't bend, break, rust, or tarnish. And you know, like when you lose pieces, you can't just go to the store and buy individual pieces, right? So yeah, that's how people end up with mixed match flatware. So Cutco came up with a solution to that problem by giving you a timeless design. So if you end up losing a couple pieces over the years, you can just replace what you're missing. Have you thought about upgrading your flatware over the next couple of years? And if they say yes, awesome. Well, this is what comes in our 4-piece place setting. How many would you want? 6, 8, 10, 12, 24. How many would you want to replace everything you have? put it on the wish list, okay? If they ask you like, hey, how much does that cost? Like, great question. Let's just put it on the wish list for now. I'll show you what the deals are at the end, okay? If they say no, like, awesome. Then you go to the next one, all right? Cookware, you have another like 10-second spiel, okay? I'll put it in the chat. So copy and paste it, save it for later, all right? So, hey, are you familiar with waterless or low moisture cookware? Yes, no, awesome. It's amazing. It'll literally change your life in the kitchen. You'll eat healthier without even trying. You get all the benefits of non-stick cookware without all the health risks. Made in Wisconsin, easy to use, easy to clean, forever guaranteed. Have you thought about upgrading your pots and pans over the next 1 to 3 years? Right? So you're giving them like all the best value up front. You like no to say, right? But if you tell them all these great quick things about cookware, then you ask them, they're like, oh, I mean, maybe we should think about upgrading our cookware, all right? So if they say no, you just skip all this stuff. But if they say yes, go through it, ask them which set that they want, put it on their wish list, all right? So we get to the couple kitchen. By the way, Mr. Jones, like, and this is if they have or synthesized with flatware, you get huge savings, Mr. Jones. It's gonna be huge, right? You're gonna get huge savings. You're gonna get big deals. It's gonna be awesome. So I'll show you what that is at the end, all right? And then this is just literally just asking them every slide, like, hey, who do you know who could use some great gardening tools? And to them, it could mean them or it could mean a friend of theirs, right? So who do you know that could use some forever guaranteed gardening tools? Who do you know, like Mrs. Jones, this is like a big question, okay? Mrs. Jones, who would you love to give Cutco to? Who's someone that you would love the idea of giving Cutco to? This is how I took somebody from a signature upgrade to a signature upgrade in 2 5-piece sets just from asking that question, okay? So you got the gift sets for that. Mrs. Jones, who do you know that owns a business or gives gifts to clients, staff, and employees? Okay? Mrs. Jones, who do you know that owns a business or gives gifts to clients, staff, and employees? Okay? It could be them. I have a customer right now that's looking to get 60 gift sets. Okay? And 2 years ago, they got 75 and another $2,000 for their own personal home. Okay? So you want to ask them those questions. All right, so when you got like their Cutco kitchen wish list, then what you do from there is now you transition to making packages, okay? So let's go back to my whiteboard here. Okay, so let's see, where's my little thingy? Nope, I don't want that. All right, so what I do for packages, and some of the managers have seen me do this and they do this too. So what I do is I just do like package 1, which this is everything, and you're not writing this, but package 1 is everything. Package 2 is some of it, and then package 3 are the bare bones. So I'm just going to keep this very, very, very simple. Okay. Now, let's say they're like already bought the homemaker, and they're like, yeah, we could use a few place settings of flatware. Like, cool. How many do you need? I would use like 4. Awesome. Well, hey, because you're already getting the homemaker set, I could do a buy 3 get 1 free on those 4-piece flatware place settings. That's how I helped Jeremiah go from a homemaker to 4 place settings just by saying that. And if they can afford it, he was like, okay, great, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So it could be literally as simple as that. Okay. So like, you know, and you can always, and if you have like a big package of stuff, call your manager. Okay. So let's say package 1, you know, so let's say package 1 is the homie, and they want cookware, and then they have garden tools on there, not gating tools, garden tools, and let's say peeler and can opener, okay? So one thing that you can do, right, is like kind of use common sense. You just like add up the 2 big ones, and you can divide it by 5 so you can see like how much stuff you can get for free, okay? Now, what you could do is you say, awesome, because like you'd be getting these 2 things, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the garden tools for you. So your total comes to this. And if they're like on edge and you still have like this in your back pocket, then just say, you know what, tell you what, I'll also buy the peeler and the can opener for you, okay? And this is where you literally just call your manager and we will close deals for you. We love doing that, okay? So, so you make this, and like basically like how I like to frame this when you're like pricing it is you go retail, which is just everything like pieced out. So if you go to like Cutco.com, right, and you look at the homemaker set, the retail is $15.40, right? And then I do like Cutco's price, which is the $13.26, right? So you do retail, you do Cutco's price, and then here you could do, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Jones's, you know, special. And have fun with this. Like, you know, only certain of you will be able to say this. But like, and then Mrs. Jones, you got your HBO special. And I'm like, do you know what HBO stands for? And they're like, home box office. I'm like, no, that's the Help a Brother Out special. Oh, and they lose it every time. It's so great. Some of my customers even now, like Vernon, you know, I'm only going to get this if you give us a good HBO special. All right. I used a customer like 3 or 4 years ago. So only like a couple of you can use that special. So you're welcome. All right. So have fun with like with this next one here. And all this is like, you know, this is when like you could give, say on the homemaker, like the super shears for free, or, you know, the entertainer pack for free, or if they have like the homemaker and like some gadgets and some gift sets, right? Then your special would just be, you know, hey, instead of you buying obviously all of that, I'm going to give you 2 of those gift sets for free, right? So the retail, this is just everything pieced out. Cutco's price is just the actual price of it, okay? And then your special, whatever you want to call it, the SE2 special, the scholarship special, my UWO special, right? HBO special, right? Whatever it is, this is when, you know, you're bonusing free stuff, okay? And then call a manager, all right? So that's literally how I piece it out, okay? And I know we're going like rapid fire here, but I know you guys can handle it, okay? So now with this, there's actually a thing, you guys have heard of dropping down, okay? And we've gone through that, and the managers, we can post a video on how to like drop down properly. But the one thing just remember is that dropping down is what you do for a customer, not to a customer. What I want to talk to you about is dropping up, okay? And those will be like the last thing that I talk about. So I'm going to use my customer, Rachel Kepner, as an example. So we had, you know, my 3 package deals. Package 1 was like the whole like Cutco kitchen upgrade. Package 2 was like, you know, the ultimate upgrade with, I think, flatware. And package 3 was like her upgrade. So that also means like the least expensive thing, her lowest package, was her full upgrade, which is still like a $1,700, $1,800 package. So if they're like, yeah, you know, we can only do like package 1, cool, no problem. We can start you off with the upgrade and we can get the rest later, right? So she originally went with, I think, package 1 or package 2. But I could just tell that she might be able to do, or she could do package 2 or package 3. But I could tell that she could maybe do package 1. So she picked, we'll say like the medium package. And I was like, awesome, high five. Welcome to the upgraded family. You're gonna love it. Just curious, Rachel. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, yep, let's get it. 1 being like, nope, not gonna do it. Where would you be on that first package with the whole Cutco kitchen upgrade? And she's like, like a 6 or a 7. I'm like, all right, okay, well, just curious. I'm just curious, all right? Like, you're eventually going to get this stuff anyway, right? Okay, cool. All right, got it. Okay, got it. Okay. So since you're eventually going to get it anyway, and I'm working really hard towards my goals, if I gave you just, you know, just a little extra special deal on that first package, would you maybe go for it? Like, maybe, I mean, possibly. And like 9 times out of 10, they're always like, well, what do you got? Like, all right, now if it's really good, you might go for it, right? You're not just pulling my leg here, right? Like, no, if it's good, I might go for it. Like, all right. So I gave a little bit special deal. That's why you also don't want to give like the whole farm for free at first, right? You want to always give yourself a little extra like in the back pocket, right? So I bring up my back pocket special. I'm like, all right, because you would help me like, get my Rolex this year and help me do something that's never been done before. Here's what I'll do for you. And she was like, all right, let's get it. Like, yeah, Rachel, that's my girl. That's awesome. So awesome. So she goes from already spending, I don't know how much, like on packages 2, to now getting the full Cutco kitchen upgrade. And this happens like pretty frequently. Like you could take people from a homemaker to a homemaker with cookware, or a homemaker to a homemaker with a galley set for the wedding set, right? Or from a signature to like 2 gift sets, right? That's called like really dropping up, or upserving as we call it as well, okay? And just by having fun, like there is no pushiness there, no pressure, just like, look, like you're going to eventually get it, so I know you want to help me like create history this year. So if I did something a little extra special, would you maybe go for it? Now, if they're like a 4, like a 5 or a 4, then like, okay, cool. We'll keep you with this. Tell you what, when the recipe goes on sale, I'll give you a call. How about that? Like, awesome. Okay. So we went rapid fire through a lot of things, but what you should have now is you should have what to say to open up with 3 sets versus just 1, okay? And you should know how to confidently close just by asking them, which set do you want, right? And that's how you go to being like their Cutco kitchen consultant. Not by, hey, I'm going to close on the biggest, baddest set because I want the biggest sales. Like, no, Mr. Jones, I'm here to serve you. So why don't you tell me what set would bring you the most value, right? And then if someone even gets the homemaker, when I'm closing on that, I'm like, hey, just so you know, the only difference between the homemaker and the signature are these 4 pieces. Okay, then I just talk about those 4 pieces and I just ask them like, hey, just curious, do you think eventually you would like want to upgrade to this, right? Like, I mean, yeah, possibly, cool. Well, hey, just curious, right? If I gave you that HBO special, right, would you maybe go for it? And I've taken people from like a homemaker to signature, okay? And then you'll know how, and then now you should have the tools to build a big wish list with your customers and have a ton of fun with it, right? And if you don't know the whole whiteboard thing, we'll post a video on that, but you really like, you don't like need one, it's just nice so they can see it right there, okay? And you can put all this stuff right there, all right? And then you should know how to close on it, all right? So of course, if you have questions, you can reach out to your managers. If you want to talk to me directly, have your manager give you my number and I'll be, we can walk through it. But watch this recording, implement, and sell it out of Cutco.
Thank you, Vern. Give it up for Vern. Thank you, sir. Okay. Woo! All right. So everyone take a moment, look at your notes, and everyone post at least one takeaway in the chat before Vern's got to go here in a couple minutes and maybe, spark a couple topics of conversation. Might have him give a bonus tip. We'll see. Yep, HBO special.
And if we have time for Q&A, we could take like one question, but if not, obviously that's cool.
Sure. Okay. All right. So, right, the videos. So what's cool, Jason, is just learning those videos. If someone's even slightly interested in the bigger sets, go, I'm new. Yeah, I know they're awesome, but here's someone who's way better, who knows how to use the pieces. Watch these for 4 minutes and let the videos do the work for you, right? Huge. Great videos. Yep. Package deals. The wish list, Paul. Yep. Making a wish list. And so as a reminder, if you're over 10K, you've been around a while, you were at SC1, like you're getting really good at the job, maybe try doing the whole package deals, right? If you are under 10K, just close on the set, sell the homemaker, sell the galley, sell not the essentials, sell the studio set, and then make a like list and a wish list and closing the package deals of the wish list on top of the set then. The videos, Katie, packages and wish list, Cameron, wish list and HBO special, Maddie.
Yeah, one other thing with the wish list. Imagine like going into like your favorite store and a rep just coming up to you like, hey, I got a piece of paper here. Let's just go around the store. You tell me everything that you want. I'll put it down on here, and I'll show you like a couple different specials that we have for the day. And whatever you don't get, we'll just keep a file. And when it goes on sale, I'll just send you like an email. How's that sound? How jacked up would you be? Like, yep, I want this, I want that, I want like 3 of those. Let's do it, right? You'd be so excited to do that. So trust me, like, I basically tell them we're just doing window shopping right now. I'll show you what the deals are later. Whatever you don't get, I'm going to keep on file for you. Don't worry about it. They're like, awesome. So that brings their guard down, and it's time just to have fun.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome, Vern. What else we got? CJ making memorable ways to deliver deals, making it fun. Yep, it's a big one, Carmen. So again, like which of these sets will bring you the most value in the next 20, 30, 40 years? Uh-huh. Yep. Making sure Sammy and Chakai, I think, mentioning here that the homemaker is, you know, the signature and the ultimate are for not just people who love to cook, but anybody could get those. Yep. Blaine, don't throw out the deals yet. Talk to Carmen about that one. She's been selling Siggy sets with like a can opener for free.
Yes.
Right? Remember, guys, Cutco is so valuable. You don't have to give anything for free, right? No one goes, managers don't go to the BMW dealership when they get their BMW, manager plug, is that, you know, it's like they don't go expecting all this free stuff. They're like, it's a freaking BMW. I'm just going to get it. I'm so excited just for the BMW. It's high class, right? It's just you get what you pay for. And so it doesn't have to come with anything. It's
right.
Hey, if you're lucky, Mrs. Jones, and if you buy now for the bonus, I'll buy you that can opener with that signature set. You know what? I might with that ultimate, I might be able to buy you. You know, I'm a college student. I'm working hard trying to pay for school. You know, Miss Jones, if you get that ultimate set today, I'll buy you the entertainer pack, right? So that's huge. Cool. We got 2 minutes here before Vern's got his call. Any other questions for Vern? Great takeaways, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, just another quick thing while you guys are thinking of your questions. So I could go on that topic with like not having to give the farm away for free for like a very long time. My favorite story, okay, was when I was working State Fair, okay, and this couple was looking at a signature set. And I think I, was going to give a discount of like $19.11 or something like that. The husband says, can you go down to 1900? And I'm like, no, like this is what the deal is. He's like, you can't go $11 cheaper. I looked at him, I said, you can't spend $11 more. And his wife was like, I mean, you can't. And then they got it. Like, no, you either want this or you don't, because the next person will come up and buy this in full from me. All right? So don't let your customers bully you. That's a separate talk. Like Lake knows what I'm talking about. All right. Who's got some questions? No such thing as a dumb question.
And you're probably not the only one thinking it.
That's right.
When you go through like the prices and at the end you're like, do you like this one, or that one? Do you still go through like the price comparisons with Bush stuff and Shun?
Great question. So when you are, I would say, yes. So for where you're at, just to keep it simple, yes, go back and do like the price comparison and all that stuff. And obviously we don't have one for like cookware and flatware and all that stuff, right? But if you're closing on the knives first, which you should until you're at that certain level, then yes, definitely do the price comparison first.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it's also a bigger set. So realize you're comparing the homemaker of Shun and Wusthof to the homemaker. So Miss Jones, this is twice as big of a set. So normally being 34, 35, it's twice as much. It should be $7,000 for twice as big of a set of Cutco for the ultimate or the signature. But, on sale at half, it's $2,000. So let's just double that. It's about $4,000 that you can expect for this, for this set on sale. So you can also double the set price because it's twice as big.
Yeah.
If you're comparing.
And I love when we got the packages set up, because we're like, all right, Mrs. Jones, you guys got your seatbelts on? Like, yeah. I'm like, you hot yet? Are you sweating? Just a little bit? All right, okay. My calculator exploded when I was trying to put in like all these big prices. So hope you're ready. Right. So just having fun with your customers. Anyone else?
Cool. Well, anyone else?
Thank you for all the knowledge, Vern.
Yeah, thank you, Vern. Let's give it up for Vern again. Thank you, Vern. We're super lucky. And again, he'll be in the group me all day. So in the group me, never feel for like group me is for you getting better, you inspiring each other. So whether it's you having a sale, you getting 28 recommendations, you finishing your goal thermometer, just anything exciting or positive. If you have a question that also is good where you guys can help each other out, or if you're like specifically to Vern, you can ask a question, just know that that chat is for hot news and for growth and for learning. So thank you, Vern. We appreciate it. Go learn from your mentor.
Just one last thing. Look, y'all better get your names and numbers up, all right? Because I'm coming out the gates, all right? I'm just saying, come on now. Don't let me just completely wipe the floor with y'all, all right? I've been itching, okay? I'm just saying, I've been planning the last like month for this push. All right, so I got some things cooking. So I hope y'all are ready to play Cutco because I'm gonna show you how to play Cutco. All right, I think that's it.
All right, thanks, Vern.